Hi, it's all from 4-Leaf Labs, and I'm very excited to show you our new kitchen display app for Clover users that we're going to release this last half of 2026. So let's get started on the new features and new face that we have for you. I will open my kitchen display app that's going to be the same name, Kitchen Display, by 4-Leaf Labs. This is the logo. Let's go ahead. You will notice that there is a new logging system now that is in place for taking email that is related to your Clover account, or you just can go directly to your Clover account for here. You can scan this QR code so you can log into your computer or phone, or you can open it directly on the device that you are using. You will just need to log in from here. You realize that it's going to be easier for you to log in from the browser rather than inside the app, because sometimes we don't know what's going on there. Many things could happen, but you will make sure always that your browser is working. Now that I'm logging in, I'll be able to select the location that I need to work on, in this case, Up Semi Store. And when my setup is complete, I just need to go back and select my kitchen display, and I'll be taking directly into my new screen kitchen display. Now I want you to know this. The things that we immediately see is that the looks are very different. Right now, we establish a system with more steps, so we know that many people need to have an extra step for maybe packaging or delivery. We added the new accepted and completed tabs now, so you have 3-step fulfilling system instead of just orders in progress and completed. And we also added extra tabs like on hold and cancel orders, so you can take a look at your orders that you purposely put on hold for a time that you want, or cancel those orders as well. So you can see all that working in different screens, and you will be able to manipulate if you want to see what screens, or if you maybe don't want on hold and cancel to be there, or just to have new orders, etc. We can customize it a lot. So let's start with new. You will see the new orders coming from any source: DoorDash, Uber, Do Clover, Point of Sale, kiosks, or online orders, TetraRep. You will be able to accept those orders, and they will go into the next. That is accepted. That, as you can see, we are still managing the same 8-order format. Right now, it's just because of safety. Right now, it's the easiest way to achieve this, though we're thinking about adding more orders in the future. That's what we're sticking to, as you are more familiar with this set. So we have 8 orders. If you have more than 8 orders, you will be able to just go ahead and scroll the sidelines, and you will be able to see all of the other orders that you need to complete there. So the new card or order cards that you see here are mainly exactly the same, but you have a way to now be more sure of the actions you're taking. If you want to complete the whole order, you can just click on complete for the entire list of items to be done. You can just go one by one and make sure on the completed side which orders are still missing, or what items are still missing here. So for example, all the stricken through items except one is still waiting for us to complete it on the accept order side. Perfect. And we also added extra actions for you to work with. You will see now that the timers are here on top, and on each order you can decide if you want the selection or timer to be in each item or not, and the extra actions that will let you undo the order to the last action, in this case to pass to the new orders again, or to the previous tab. You can hold the order now for a time that you will require. You will be able to put the order on hold for definite time, or any of the default timers that we added, or even customize that as well. So you can work on the order later if you need more time, or maybe you have a schedule order that you need to take care of for tomorrow, for example, which you can select onto specific date and time, or just cast the order. This will now apply a different color set for each order type that you can completely customize as well. You can decide which colors you will use for kiosk orders, takeout orders, DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc. You will be able to customize it even more. And if you notice already, the next column option, or the scroll, the next column now will have the same name of the order. You will see the pages. If it's 2 of 2, 3 of 3, you will make sure how many pages or how many cards that single order is taking for you to read them on one page instead of having to scroll down. And from there, we will be able to go to the settings and see what other features we added. we will start with display settings. You can preview now the settings by just sliding through. You will be able to see the order text scale instead of numbers, so you always make sure that the font size is enough for any devices you're using, because there's many of them out there, and font 10 is different if it's a TV screen or if it is a tablet. So just to make sure, you can now do this in a percentage, so you will always make sure it's enough for readability issues. And also to make sure if things are too cramped, you can space them out, or you can narrow them a little bit. Or type colors, you can out-assign the colors, or you can decide which colors you will use. But a little slider here that will let you know, or will let you just select any kind of color that you want. An order display, it's exactly the same. You will start the timer from order creation when the order is paid, the earliest light item creation time. If you have the first order, that will be the timer for everything else from there on. Highlight new items. Well, there's just now ways for you to see the highlight. If you have a new item going on one order or new order, you will be able to flash, pulse, or color the highlights, so it will save more time, or it will be a little more impactful for your kitchen staff to make sure that they get the news on new items. You can establish a time for that highlight, 2 minutes or 10 seconds. It really depends on what we'll be doing there and how fast you need that to be there as well. Appearance now has the system look that will just take whatever it's predetermined in your device, light or dark versions, so you can always be or select the best readability for you and your employees. Apple language is now divided into officials, and that will be English and Spanish. We're adding more languages. There is a system default that will automatically translate whatever we have here under UI. But just in case, right now we have 2 official languages to manage for now. We'll be adding more languages in the future as official translations instead of just automated translations. The layout will include more options for you to actually manage the orders. In this case, the format does not change. It is just 4 to 8 orders still. We're not changing that yet. We're just playing safe here because of the screen sizes could vary a lot. But we are planning to add a more responsive kind of, you can select the row numbers and column numbers as well. But for now, we're playing with 8 orders, which you can divide by guests if you're using Clover Dining, for example, guest 1, guest 2, guest 3, so you know exactly how to plate something. If you have different tag amounts for each guest, you won't want to have one plate with all the tags inside, right? Now we have display running time per item and show the page indicator, so you know how many orders are still or you're still expecting on one specific tag. For example, if I go here on accepted, I see I have 2 pages here on top. If I go to completed, I have nothing. And if I go to the settings again, in layout, and remove the display running timer item, I'll see less clutter because the timers are only on the top right on each order card. Maybe I don't need a timer for each one. You can merge identical items so they can be done immediately. You can done both items if they have the same things, and you can save some space there, or you can just leave that off if maybe you will need to make sure that everything is being done in quantity. Workflow will let you done per item. You will have the ability to click done on each item. That's not new, it's just reformed here, so you can actually see that a little bit better for you to make sure that you can click on that select button and you make sure it's done. And you can split the orders If you completed an order partially, you will see what order items are missing if you have full with them items available. So let's go here, for example. I'll just go with this order, which is very easy to follow. 06. I will just complete phone in Ray-By. And if I go to complete it, I'll see that Mango Margarita is still missing, so I'll just go back and complete that. If I turn that off, I won't have the ability to see what other items are missing there. So for now, I'll just give it to full with dim items. Late order detection. Is it trustful for you to use when an order is late and it will turn red? and it's going gradually to red. It starts swinging and then orange and then red, so you know it's already past 20 minutes. You can select which tabs are visible for your employees, so you don't have to have all of the same tabs you accepted. You can just remove, maybe there's one string for the kitchen that is only accepted orders, so they have to work with that. They can only complete orders, which is less clutter for them, and you can have someone or a manager having all the screens that they need there. So you can decide what tabs you need there. You want them to be visible. You can decide with the actions each step is able to complete, if they can undo the orders, or if they can complete the orders immediately, or if they can put them on hold. You can decide here what screen works with what, because remember that you can have different screens working in parallel. They can have different settings and still affect each other depending on what you select here. You can use the bump bar. The bumper's still compatible. We're still selling it and it's still working. Now we have a way for you to know what keys you need to press. If you go show bumper batches, you'll be able to see what batches or what keys you need to press to navigate, so you don't get lost anymore in which actions to take to complete the entire order, or to walk through the items, or just to completely done everything. You will have the exact numbers you need to select the order and perform the actions that you need here. There is also a small tutorial for you if you need help, for you to know how the keyboard shortcuts work. Now let's go back to workflow. You can hold or set up hold presets. You can already make them here. You just need to edit the time that you need there for you to know, like, okay, I need this in 30 minutes, not now, or in 2 hours. You can hold click every single order to put them on the hold tab. Let's go hold just to show you how that works. We'll go here, put the order on hold, and the order will be here for the time that you set up here, and it will automatically go back to the tab that it pretend to. Sound and notifications now are very specific for every action that you need to perform. If the order slates, if there's a new item, if there's a new order, or if there's a connection issue, so you know exactly when you're having an issue, you can report that back to us. You have alerts from other devices as well, and volume and playback. So we try to add even haptics so the device can bifurcate whenever you need that, if that's supported on that device you're using, for example in the tablet. Now connection, you can test connection so we know this is going to send us a report of what's going on in your kitchen display. So we better know what's going on there. If there is an outage or something, you will know immediately thanks to this. And when you start, it will ask you some questions too. You can start a preset that will automatically set up whatever you need over there. And I missed something very important, and that's the filtering. Filtering rules. Our old filtering rules will work wonders for you right now, because from the ones that you already know, we added categories and device sources, so you know if you're taking one from a Clover device, if you have a drive-through that's just using one specific device, and you only want those orders there, and item categories. Before that, we only had item labels and order types, but now you have device sources and item categories, so you can filter even more, or you can be very specific on what you need. If you manage a food truck chain and you have the same Clover account, you can select which devices will show on one screen or the other. So you can be very granular and still use our kitchen display for as many displays that you want, remembering that this is just one subscription for any screens that you want to use. And we really hope that this new update is going to help you and you're going to like it. We will send more information about these features, and when we're launching this, if you're interested in our early access, please let us know so we can subscribe you to that and send you the app as soon as we can. Have a wonderful day.